Hello, hello. This is my second attempt making this video. I'm feeling a little fat today. So we're walking around. Gonna be going to work in an hour or two. I tried to. I'll probably walk this way so the sun's not getting on you. Come on, buddy. Come on. We're not going back yet. Come on. I know that I tend to. Come on, buddy. It's okay. I know that I tend to get really political. I know a lot of people don't really care. But it seems like every time I turn on my phone or I try to see what's happening, there's always something that's going to piss me off. And to be honest, I could ignore it like a lot of other people do. And I think it's important, no matter how few people listen to you, to speak out and to say things and to bring up the problems and to show active support and dismissal and condemnation of things that are wrong. Because if your tree falls in the forest, nobody really hears it, right? Might as well not emit a sound. So at the end of the day, I was flipping through my shorts, my YouTube shorts. Normally I get like random videos from like TV shows and movies that I like. And I couldn't help but stumble on a video of Trump talking. He was talking about gold cards. I think it was like $5 or $10 million, and you can buy U.S. citizenship. It's called a gold card. A couple things about this one. First thing I thought was that's a terrible idea, and I immediately believed it was true. But like the responsible adult that I am, even though it seems believable, even though it sounds realistic, you should probably check it out. Checked it out. Every single news source and media outlet was talking about it. Wasn't a deep fake AI video. Nothing in the video suggested that it was AI. Seemed pretty real. It seemed like an actual real press conference that he was holding. In my videos, like I was scrolling through, because when you're a guy, for some reason, every guy, no matter how perverted or unperverted you are, there always seems to be some chick who's like showing her goodies or dressed inappropriately to get guy attention on the internet. and the one that popped up, what was kind of controversial, was a girl that I guess she was supposed to be naked, standing behind an American flag. And the comment section was talking about how disrespectful it was. Oh, don't disrespect the American flag, or this is an improper use of the American flag, blah, 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 blah. And to me, it seems pretty weird because, I get disgusted when I look at the American flag sometimes. Not because I hate America, not because I hate my country, but I hate the fact that the flag is a symbol that is used for a lot of things that are and should be un-American. So when I say I get disgusted by it, I mean it's the people that wave flags the most. It's the same thing with Bibles. I don't have a problem with the Bible, but I get grossed out when I see a Bible because most people who thump them and who try to shove it in your face are people who just say the most anti-Jesus shit ever. And it's just like you kind of bastardized everything that you claim to support. And then I thought about it some more. I thought about flag burning, and I thought about Bible burning, and I thought about Quran burning and all that sort of fun stuff. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, people get really upset if I took an American flag or if I took a Bible and I lit it on fire. But nobody really cares if I take those things and I claim that it's patriotic or it's religious or it's my religious beliefs, and I say something that's like so anti the symbol that it's almost like I'm trying to manipulate people into believing something that they shouldn't be believing in. That preacher, what was his name? The one that Trump ended up liking, that ended up creating a crypto scam. He's a billionaire. All sorts of fun stuff like that. He kept saying, like, the Lord is with me, and you should buy my crypto coin. Even though Jesus says don't do that, right? In America, we have a president who doesn't think that you should be a citizen just because you're born here, and he wants to end birthright citizenship. Which, what are you going to do with families who have babies born here? Like, are they not citizens? Do you have to pay for it? Do I have to come up with $5 million to have my future kid, be an American citizen? I don't understand. And but as long as you have money, we don't care. And with all this talk about deportation, I think it's kind of funny how somebody who's so concerned about criminals and criminal organizations in the cartel would leave ourselves open for a cartel member to buy U.S. citizenship while taking a poor person and a poor family and a family that's struggling, that wants to move here and live here, and maybe they're leaving because they're under threat of the cartel. They're trying to get away from it. We tell them, you're walking here. You're supposed to do this legally, and we'll kick them out. And it's like, well, hold on. One of those groups of people, I don't really fucking mind being here. And like, are we doing criminal background checks or any sort of investigations on these people? Like, does it even matter? Because cartel members, I don't know if you know this, they're a very wealthy organization. It sounds to me like it's opening the door for the cartel to get some people over here that you can't easily deport when they end up committing crimes because they're American citizens. Like, are you going to revoke it if they start committing crimes? I don't understand. Makes no sense to me. And, a lot of anti-American things and a lot of anti-religious things are use these symbols to make you think that things like this are okay, because we live in a country that's pay to play. We live in a country where if you didn't pre-order the game, if you didn't start off with a lot of money, well, you don't really have access to everything. And if you're poor, go fuck yourself. Watch more advertisements. Don't have access to the entire game. Only play the game for a little bit. Don't have the time to do these things. Don't have the time to educate yourself to maybe find a better job. Don't have the time to even look for another job half the time. All of these laws and all of these pretenses of freedom that are used to take away your freedoms. The most obvious of which is the Patriot Act, that is basically the elimination of the Fourth Amendment for all American citizens. A police officer can't search your emails without a warrant, but the government has access to all of your emails because technically the database has data that goes over international waters into other countries because Google is an international corporation. So it's just free reign. These are the things that Edward Snowden brought up, that he is not allowed to live here. And in all honesty, if anybody should be pardoned, it should still be him. I think it's silly that years later he hasn't been pardoned, or at least offered to come back here with a minor prison sentence. I think most people don't even remember who he is. And it's kind of disgusting, to be honest with you, because if I burned an American flag, that offends people more, and that hurts people's feelings more than if I use it to try to hurt veterans. To basically say, we need to cut the VA. We need to make sure that that veterans can't really afford their insulin because, a law that lowers the price of insulin, well, we can't have that. And even though a lot of veterans are diabetics and a lot of them have alcohol issues and mental health issues, because of the jobs that we ask them to do, they come out broken a lot of the time, and then they're punished for it. There's a reason why veterans tend to be homeless more often than any other profession, other than maybe drug dealers. I don't know about that, but actual professions. And we look at things so callously. And people who tout that will have problems with government money going to old people under Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid but they don't care about the money that goes under our government contracts and the people that get paid billions of dollars every year. And it's just kind of silly to me, because the symbol doesn't matter if you're not willing to understand what that symbol should represent. If you don't get to say that you care about freedom, or you care about the teachings of Jesus, or you care about the Founding Fathers' principles, if you're willing to ignore it whenever it's inconvenient. And I think that's just funny. I think it's funny. I think it's sad. I think the more I think about it, the more I want to be kind of an impartial observer that just wants to criticize it, while not really caring, because what am I going to do about it? I'm just one person. I think more people should be talking about this stuff. I think more people should care. I think that if people look past the political party of who they voted for and paid attention to what was actually said, and paid attention to history, and paid attention to a lot of implications, I think the world will be a different place. But we have people who aren't honest with themselves. We have people who like titles and think that those titles make you a better person than you actually are. We have people who think that if you have more money, well, then you surely must have worked harder, and you surely must be smarter than me, because greed is conflated with intelligence and hard work in our country. And a lot of times it's just incidental.